It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning, Zanzi, and welcome back. It's time to officially kick off the show as we get you going for your day. And we brought along a queen that is going to put a smile on your face. I am talking about a songstress who honestly and truly has got the vocal cords of an angel. But on top of that, she's got a bunch of hits under her belt, and she's someone you cannot ignore because her talent is just out of this world. She's somebody who has taken in her stride actually songwriting and sharing her experiences in music. But this time around, we're celebrating the fact that she has a brand new single out called Hoogtyd. And everyone, it is time for us to welcome the ever-gorgeous Charlize Berg. Charlize, how are you, babe?
I'm good. Thank you, Zanele.
Of course. Charlize, I love your work. I love your music. I love your voice. And it's something that stemmed from when you were only 12 years old. You've been in this industry for 16 years. And this is why I need to ask you, because honestly, I feel like you're somebody who's just gone from strength to strength, because you literally are a mother, but then you're also a superstar, but then you're also all of these other roles. How do you balance everything?
Well, I have to say it is quite challenging.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Being both at the same time.
Yes.
But I feel so honored to get to live out my passion as well and have that kind of journey that I take my kids on as well.
Yes.
So they get to share in the music, a little bit of the music life, not too much. But I think God gives me strength, and I think every mama can resonate with that.
Yeah.
Having two babies changed my world and has given me so much more to live for. So perspective and yeah, praying a lot.
I can imagine. I can imagine prayer keeps you
helps
strong,
a lot,
girl.
yeah.
Are any of them musically inclined?
Yes, I have to say my little boy he can hold the rhythm.
Come on.
He can keep up with it. And then my little girl can sing very well. But I am starting to, give some tips here and there.
I love that.
Some technique training.
Okay,
so,
Christiana. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
We
we'll
will.
see what happens.
But in terms of you and your career, you've got so much to be proud of, because in 2012, if I'm correct, you were nominated in a couple of categories at the South African Music Awards. It was Best Pop Album of the Year, Best Female Artist, and Best Song. And this is just a couple of the highlights of your career. Talk to us about, how that nomination changed your life.
Well, firstly, I think it's very humbling to be seen and heard as an artist. I feel, it's such a powerful thing to have that kind of message and influence on people who listen to it. So that's first and foremost, I think, the biggest part of being on this adventure. But obviously very humbled and very honored.
Yes, I can imagine.
To this day, thankful to have that opportunity and platform. Yes. And I'll never forget that experience. The summers was something else, let me tell you.
I can imagine.
I was starstruck 24/7, having Jay, so everybody around you, and just finding yourself in the middle of it. Very surreal.
And with you saying finding yourself in the middle of it, you were also part of those superstars, ma'am. They were literally your peers, the people that you were fangirling over. It was really like, I'm also some award nominated.
I guess we're all just human
100%.
in that way. But talent, I can appreciate another artist's
100%.
talent as well. So
100%. And it's always good to be able to.
Absolutely. Enjoying the ride.
And speaking of enjoying the ride, I think one of the most difficult things that some artists take on is being an independent artist.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and this is something that you're currently doing right now. Talk to us about that journey.
Well, it's been an interesting journey because I've been attached to loads of labels before, and it's taken me a while. I wouldn't want to change anything.
Yeah.
I enjoyed having been signed to a label, but being independent gives you that creative freedom. And I feel like I'm mentally in that headspace and season where I've learned enough to apply that now comfortably. And I have a message and no boundaries. So I enjoy it. It really is a challenge. But I enjoy having that opportunity to just do my own thing. So Beautiful. It's fun being independent.
Yes. I'm so happy for you because it can be something that's really challenging.
Absolutely.
But you're clearly killing it, ma'am, because look at you with Hoogtyd.
Yeah, we have to steamroll and push forward. Yes. And I think that's what the industry has taught me a lot about, is having that mindset of persevering and just keep going. And that's what Hoogtyd is about. It's like finally, it's the time. And that only comes with perseverance.
Yes, 100%. And can I ask you where exactly that stemmed from? Was it an experience? Is that where writing the song came from?
I think it's something that I've always wanted to say. You know,
Okay.
that still small voice that's always been with you, but I feel like the timing was right. Because I'll never forget it. I was standing in the kitchen. I think I
Yeah.
was just making food for the family. And this melody and the lyrics, everything just flowed out of me. So I pulled out my phone, went straight to my voice notes,
Yeah.
and just recorded it. So a lot of it fell into place quite easy. So I think Hoogtyd was always meant to be put out there.
That's beautiful. Also, you weren't just cooking up a storm in the kitchen. You were cooking up a storm
cooking up a
creatively,
song.
girl. I
Yes,
love that.
yes,
I love
absolutely.
that. And it absolutely is such a beautiful song. I mean, we
Thank
were
you.
listening to it earlier on, and I was just like, I feel motivated for the day. I'm ready.
yes.
I can take it on.
It's that New Year energy, you know?
Yes.
Ready to take on a new year. and
Yeah.
just perspective. Every day is a new opportunity.
And it is.
Yeah, I just want to embrace life and have people embrace it as well. Remind them.
Come
you can
on.
do this. you
Come
can do
on.
this.
And speaking of opportunities, if you get the opportunity to collaborate with a couple of Afrikaans singers or even just musicians very soon, who would you like to possibly collaborate with?
Yo, I have worked with loads of artists
Yeah.
in the past, so I've ticked a lot of
Oh, come on.
a lot of those boxes.
Charlize has done it all, okay? She's done it all.
I've sang with so many artists.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose, I would like to do something very different.
Ooh.
Maybe feature with an alternative artist.
Yes. I'm a piano.
Yeah, well,
I'm joking, Charlize, I'm joking. But it
that
would be so
sounds like my
interesting.
vibe.
I can hear it.
bring it my way, I will do it.
There is
Trust
Afrikaans
me.
Amapiano at the moment, so if there's a woman who can do it, I would say
And even
you.
English.
Yes.
I love both sides. I've released an English song a few months ago as well. So I can do any genre. Give it to
Because
me.
Hoogtyd.
Because Hoogtyd.
Exactly,
Yes.
I love
But
that.
we'll see. Maybe I can find some alternative artists out there that really,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's up my alley and something new can come of it.
I love that. Well, what I love even more, though, is the fact that you're not going anywhere, Charlize. And this is why you got to stick around with Zanzi. She's going to be blowing you away with Hoogtyd in a few. And trust me, it is something that is going to get your day going 100%. You got to make sure you also don't go anywhere because there's so much still to come right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And this is why, Raul, I got to ask you, how are you feeling about the rest of the day, my darling? Is it a Hoogtyd for you?